Am I audible?
Yeah, you are. What about me?
Oh, perfectly. Where is our guest?
Let us wait for a second. Are we going to invite her or she will just, send us the request?
I don't know. I don't have any idea. I joined.
Okay.
Yeah, she joined in. She's here.
Vaishnavi, I will, okay.
Thank you, Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Mr. Krishna.
Accept the request.
I'm not able to actually see where it is. So, okay, just a second.
Yeah, she's here. Hello, ma'am. Good
Hi guys,
afternoon.
how are
Hello,
you?
ma'am.
Hi,
Good
hi, hello.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you all?
We are
We are
good. What
good.
about you?
I'm good. It's a Sunday afternoon. I was expecting movie वूवी देख रहे होंगे सब लोग. पढ़ाई लिखाई से लाइफ में आ
Yes.
गए.
What can we do?
That's a very
So,
good thing
should we
actually.
start now?
Yeah, sure.
Should we
Is
start?
everybody joined?
It's
Okay.
26 people here. I think we should start.
Sure. Okay, all right.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Tanvi Singh.
And this is Anshika Singh.
We are present on behalf of Nai Pehel Society of IMS Law College, Noida. Today, we are gathered here to discuss on some major issues related to environment.
The earth will not continue to offer its harvest except with the faithful stewardship. We cannot say that we love our environment and keep destroying it for the future generation. So, with these lines, we are going to start our event. Our today's guest is Miss Vaishnavi Sudha, and I request her to kindly introduce herself. Hand over to you, ma'am.
Hi everyone. I'm Vaishnavi. I'm a final year graduation student in Delhi University, pursuing my majors in history and political science. With primary interest being public speaking, over these 3 years, I've participated in so many events that people know me as Debate Vaishnavi, as a normal Vaishnavi. But thank you so much to IMS for inviting me to this event. I got to know about this college via Manish, who is I think your senior. And I'm glad to be
Okay.
here and I'm open for any sort of discussion and feel free to butt in any question at any time. This is just a very informal thing and no need to call me ma'am and all. Just call me by my first name.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for being
Thank
so
you so
sweet.
much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now we are moving. Now we will move ahead, and we would like to ask few questions regarding environment.
Sure.
Ma'am, so starting with my question, I would like to ask you, do you think natural calamities are a way of God of punishing humans for meddling with the rules of nature?
Is a punishment to humans. You know that if you
Yeah.
follow Twitter, there's an account called as Godcast, in which he said we're all in this together and we're doomed together. So I don't think it's a punishment by God on us human beings because we have actually caused it on ourselves, right? Nobody asked us to go for uncontrolled mining. Nobody asked us to go for uncontrolled quarrying. Nobody asked us to have so much carbon emissions that you can't control the global temperature. Nobody asked you to do all of these things. You did it on the fact of having a globalized economy. So I think it's upon us that we are doomed. So it's not a punishment. It's actually a way, a reminiscent, or how you will pay back to whatever you did. So I think it's a very well known fact that you had the opportunities to curb. You had several protocols coming in. You had Kyoto, you had COP21, you had the global emissions retard.
Hmm.
All of these things they came in, but you never paid due attention to the fact until and unless it's coming on to your family, when your kids are dying, when you have plastic in
Exactly.
your food. So I think you're very much responsible for it instead of blaming it on anybody else.
Exactly. People nowadays just blame one another. We should accept that, yeah, this is our mistake.
True.
So,
Yeah.
thank you for your answer.
Thank you
So,
so much, ma'am, for your answer.
here's my question. Can you enlighten our audience about the relationship between Chennai water crisis and Niti Aayog? Like Chennai water crisis and Niti Aayog,
Acha, okay.
which
So
happened.
I have a little anecdote to share. I'm in the mood to offend a lot of people today. So I think all of you have seen The Family Man. तो उसमें the protagonist श्रीकांत he says कि 5 साल पहले यहाँ बाढ़ आई थी और आज यहाँ पे पीने को पानी नहीं है. That's exactly the reality in Chennai,
Exactly.
right? Because you had tsunami, what, in 2004, and you had like so much water around everywhere. It was a global capital. It became like an Indian hub for information technology and development. But what happened is that a lack of proper management of resources is what something you can, focus on. There are 4 major reservoirs in Chennai, which are Pundi, Cholavaram, Puval, and Sembaramakam. Right? These are the 4 reservoirs which were providing about 1800 million liters of water every day, and now it is less than 1% of storage. Who is responsible for all of this? The municipalities, the governance, which did not pay due attention to the fact that water is being depleted. Like way back in Chola dynasty, you had Gangaikonda Cholavaram, which was catering to the entire civilization in that area, and now you don't even have a drop of water to drink. Right? It is all because you did not manage your resources well. And even in Chennai, you had 4 major rivers like Adiyar, Buckingham Canal, and I'm forgetting the third one, Chumbal something. So there are 4 major rivers which are completely dried because of the industrial waste you dump in, the lack of proper civic measures, the non-biodegradable waste which you shove in. How are you expecting a river to naturally grow onto itself? Firstly. Second thing, you need to pay due attention to the fact is that rivers will grow, water bodies will come in if you provide a marshland. And where are you keeping the marshland? You shrunk that from 7,000 hectares to 700 hectares. So you can't expect, nature to heal you and so it's okay, you committed a blunder, I'll clean your bushes. That doesn't happen, right? So I think the blame is absolutely on the Tamil Nadu government for being so focused on the elections and not on the basic necessities which they have to provide, and how you have an election-based agenda ki har election ke pehle you will promise water. So that's a very funny thing. So Niti Aayog released a water index which stated that on an average people in Chennai, they need about 1300 million liters of water per day, like each family. But utna crisis hai nahi. So they were planning on supplying 800 million liters of water. But now, because of the water dearth, they are supplying 500 million liters of water only. So can you imagine the drop from 1300 to 500? That is what the government is actually living on. So I think it's very much responsible on the hand of the Chennai government. What they can do, they can stop the Hydel Power project which they are building unnecessarily without taking into consideration on the fact that water is needed. They can stop the growth of the urbanization. How instead of expanding the city, you are getting more real estate projects into the city to make it into a cyber hub. वो करने के बजाय expand the city, no. Have Greater Chennai, include Kanchipuram and Thiruvalvar in your district, which you are not doing. So I think it's a fault on the administrative sideline and also on the people that they are not concerned. Rainwater harvesting पे focus करो, ये सब कर सकते हैं, but I think people are again negligent and they only are bothered when it affects them very deeply. So that is what my answer is for this one.
Exactly. This is very knowledgeable. Like, thank you for your answer. This is very brief. So, Tanvi?
Okay. So, ma'am, my next question to you is, what are your views on the Paris Summit?
On the Paris Summit.
Yeah.
Can I know your name? Tanvi, right? So see, I'll explain it in very basic terms. So Paris Summit was signed in 2015, right? But it was agreed and properly enacted in 2016. It is basically a multilateral agreement wherein you get different countries to agree on an internationally legally binding document कि आपको global emissions कम करने हैं. आपका जो भी carbon emissions है, greenhouse gas emissions है, वो कम करना, temperature को regulate करना है. Major agenda इसका ये था with the summit which happened in Glasgow, Scotland, 2020 में, was that you need to reduce the global temperature by 2 degrees Celsius. That is the first target, and then by 1.5 degrees Celsius. Like you need to increase the index for it. That was the major objective for it, and they had a 20-20-20 idea. That means कि 20% आप renewable energy पे focus करो, 20% आप अपना carbon emission खत्म करो, 20% आप अपने efficiency पे काम करो. ये basic guideline था, which 196 countries agreed. But then our very revered Donald Trump, he did not agree to that, and he dropped out of the plan in 2017, stating that we are a developed country, we need more economy, more resources, but they dropped out. But I think Joe Biden is a little bit more educated. He joined the summit again in 2021, which is a relief for developing nations, as for us like also. So I think that is the way how things are working. And India has given a very nice response. We've reduced our emissions by 21%. Bhutan is a carbon footprint nation. So South Asian countries, which are considered as derogatory third world countries, they are actually contributing a lot in the carbon emissions process. So I think that is one thing very important. If you are talking about India's response to this summit, is that we have actually inducted more solar panels. If you know about the Ministry of Environment and Forest, it is completely solar panel. Like the electricity entire need is on the solar panels, and they actually supply to the national grid for highways and street lights and for other areas. You've got tidal power projects being developed. You've got wind being developed in Gujarat and Rajasthan. So I think proper measures are being taken by the Indian government to cut down on carbon emissions, but they also do other things like chopping of trees and very conveniently dumping industrial waste. But on the front of carbon footprint, I think good measures are being taken. And if we follow on this track, we will actually be competing at a global level, even after maintaining our economy at a good state.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. This is very
Thank you so much,
informative.
ma'am.
Thank you so much for this. I hope audience are enjoying. Okay. So last question
they
from my
are.
side is, what are your comments on raising of the sea levels? Nowadays, like sea level are rising.
Um,
Any comment?
Raising of the sea levels is not a very controversial thing. It's something which all of us know that
Yeah.
if you increase global temperatures, if you don't maintain the level of aerosols you're pumping into the air, naturally, the polar ice caps will melt, the glaciers will melt, the water will come down, floods aayenge.
Yeah, glacier.
It's
Yeah.
a very known fact. And I don't think you have to discuss more upon the fact that you need to cut down on these emissions. So what happens when these they melt down, the water comes up, it goes out into the low-lying areas, which get completely submerged. It further trickles down to other islands. So like Maldives has a higher range of getting submerged than any other country out there. Like I won't be confused if after 5 years our celebrities won't have a holiday destination, because with the global crisis, it's very convenient that Maldives is going down the
Not
drain.
only celebrities,
Yeah,
normal
a
people
holiday
as well.
destination. That's a joke, but yeah, that's what is happening. So,
Exactly.
so countries are, they'll be blown away. Now, what is happening with your industrial growth agenda? You're cutting down on mangroves also. So coastal areas में soil को पकड़ने के लिए पेड़ नहीं है, तो क्या होगा? पानी से जाएगा, soil will be eroded. जितना
Yeah.
soil निकलता जाएगा, उतना flood बढ़ता जाएगा. ना आप कुछ उगा
Flood
पाओगे,
बढ़ेगा,
ना कोई रह पाएगा, ना कुछ जी पाएगा. So what is the point of it? Everything will be gone. So for the sake of you building a nice hotspot and looking at the beach too, I won't be confused अगर 5 साल बाद beach ही नहीं बचेगा. Everything will be gone. So
Yeah.
yeah, you need to push for a climate action plan. I think it's very important for us कि Instagram worthy pics click करने से पहले we focus on having an agenda which is focusing. If water is draining, if soil erosion is happening at such a pace, if you're mining and quarrying and everything is drifting down, what will happen is you're increasing potential chances for tsunamis, you're increasing potential chances for surf storms, you're increasing chances for floods. इधर क्या बोलते हैं, बारिश होती है, you get clogged drains. What will you do when a flood comes? Nothing. In a city like Delhi, they are facing so much water crisis. They're facing clogged roads, like in the very much the capital. So what about the lower lying areas in coastal areas? So that is the thing. I think it's high time that our government stops focusing on Instagram and pictures and Pinterest worthy ideas, and they actually focus on the ground
Yeah.
level. Not just India, but
Ground
at a
level.
global level, we focus on that.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. So here we are done with our question, ma'am. I would like to request our viewers to kindly put up their question if they have any.
Audience? Anyone?
Viewers, anyone?
Let's wait for a minute.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah.
कुछ भी पूछना है, personal matter भी चलेगा. I live a very simple
Okay,
life.
I've got one request. Sana. Okay.
Okay. Invite her.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Hello, I have a
She's there.
question.
Yeah. Yes,
Hi,
Sana.
So
Sana.
yeah, hello. So my question is, should we report animal cruelty if I suspect but don't have any proof?
It's a very good question, Sana. So in our country, we have a lot of obsolete laws. right? Those laws will be amended, those laws will be changed, you will bring in new laws, but you won't focus on working on something called as Prevention of Cruelty Against Animals Act 1960. It's a very age-old act which was amended in 2017 very recently. वो भी बहुत ही ज़्यादा marginal change था. Basically ये है कि if you find animal abuse being meted upon anywhere and if you don't have conjugable proof for it, the best thing you can do is report it to the local police force, which is very essential for you to do. And as a law enforcement agency, it is their duty to conduct an investigation. Your complaint will bring an impetus. Your complaint will bring an idea for them to come and look into the activity, right? The fine for animal abuse in our country is 50 rupees, which is like so cheap that you are comparing a life to that of a 2-liter Pepsi bottle, जो भी 70 की आती है. So I think that is the level of impetus we are giving to animal rights and protection in general. But if you find abuse happening anywhere at any corner, if you don't have video footage or any proof, just know about the details of the perpetrator, the area of the perpetrator, the time, what offense you think is being committed. Like we had a lot of videos of goats being raped, of dogs being raped, of them being cut by marble cutters. All of these evidences they came after the animal died. So I think it's very important for you to know about the perpetrator a little bit detail and immediately connect the person to the police. Nowadays, if any abuse is happening, people upload an IGTV video, सबसे पहले video बना के Instagram पे डाल देंगे. What will happen? They will flag the video and put the video down. Before the police understands, watches the video, circulate होता है WhatsApp पे high profile मचाने, उसके पहले abuse happens, the animal passes away. Before putting it out on your Instagram and Facebook handle, send the video to the police. Local police station के पास जाओ. The video, you have enough number of NGOs and animal permissaries and donations being given now, with government aided and funded. You will have an opportunity of doing some justice. Social media handle पे influencer बनने से पहले report it to the police. Even if you don't have conjugable evidence, it is their duty as a law enforcement agency, and they will do enough amount of justice to that area. So it's a very abrupt and rude message, but this is a personal opinion. Feel free to cut me.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you're satisfied, Sana.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Sonam.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Anyone else?
who is interested? Okay, I have got one more request. Adarsh Jha.
Is this being recorded the live session?
Yeah, it automatically record. It will automatically. I don't know.
Okay, hi Adarsh.
Tanvi?
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. My question to you was, अभी सब जान like it's the COVID time. The COVID is the new normal. So, ma'am, जा ही नहीं रहा है, like years by years, waves after waves, जा ही नहीं रहा है. So, ma'am, my question was कि how is COVID affecting the environment?
The environment.
Yes, ma'am.
See, it's a very known
Like, what is the
fact
impact of COVID on the environment?
on the environment. See, you need to understand that environment का part में कौन है? हम लोग ही हैं. You need to understand that when the COVID, it impacted the economy, it impacted the way government was responding. You do not have enough funds, do not have enough food. There is food shortage, there is food security, there is unemployment, there is recession, there are increase in number of suicides. और naturally जब इन सब चीजें हुई, water harvesting mention भी नहीं हुआ, dams नहीं बने, reservoirs नहीं बना, storage नहीं हुआ, तो ये tripling effect था. And I think it's not just environment पे focus करें. If we focus it on a country-based level, India had a very blasphemous response to it. और environment को I think it will come as a second tier. The people were not able to live in this country. आप कितने भी schemes बोल दो, किसान scheme बोल दो, आयुष्मान भारत बोल दो, आत्मनिर्भर भारत बोल दो, आरोग्य सेतु बोल दो, या कुछ भी बोल दो. I think the response was a very blatant response of just we got to do something, so we'll do it.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of mishap being done. It was a lot of mishandling of funds, coupled with nice red tapeism in the bureaucracy, coupled with non-response, coupled with nice PM care funds. Nobody does the audit. So I think the impact was a very blasphemous on environment per se. मैं इतना specific नहीं जाऊंगी मैं, but the people of India they suffered a lot. If you look at it at a demographic perspective, environment
Yes,
I think it's थोड़ा बहुत तो safe ही था because lockdown थे तो इतना air was clean. I could breathe in Delhi without choking out. So those the air was clean and all. But people perspective में बोला जाए तो I think the global hunger, it increased to 300 million. और उसमें से भी
Yes,
160
ma'am.
million was contributed by Southeast Asian countries. So we are like proud hunger people. It's not a very thing to be proud of, something to be happy about, but it's a harsh reality. Global Hunger Index में हमने इतना सारा contribute कर दिया. So I think it's high time that we, as citizens, as Samaritans of this nation, we take in and we ask the government to know where are our funds going, where is our tax money going. Even if 1% of India pays taxes, where are the funds? Where are you putting those funds? What are you
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
with it? I think it's very important. और my request to youth is that please Instagram पे मत पूछो, उससे कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला. हर साल हर month a petition comes up, हर month a petition goes, that petition org.com पे चलता ही रहता है. But yeah, I think if you want a strong change, you have other ways. Don't riot and all. Don't involve me into this rut. But become a responsible citizen, because you will be the adult of the country, and if you don't question, nobody else will. Then
Yeah.
people will come and say, "अच्छा यहाँ से वहाँ चलते, वहाँ से यहाँ चलते." Blame game ही चलता रहेगा. We don't want to become 2.0 आज तक. वो नहीं करना. But be responsible citizens.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Adarsh.
I hope you are satisfied.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adarsh. Anyone else?
You can ask anything, like not anything about the topic. Like,
Personal question, please. I'm an open book. I don't mind answering. But I'll ask
Okay,
about your life.
someone have asked. Okay, ma'am, someone have asked environment or development. What should we focus on?
Why not environment and development? So you can't do a mutually exclusive idea. You can talk growth versus development. ये थोड़ा UPSC perspective हो जाएगा, but growth versus development माने कि आप एक inclusive approach रखते हो या फिर आप सिर्फ economically develop करने की कोशिश करते हो. You can do environment and development. You can build up non-renewable sources of energy. You can focus on having a centralized economy and also where your public are sleeping safely at night and having a filling meal. So you can do that side by side. You don't have to be mutually exclusive. You have enough reforms, but cut down on the crap which you are doing. Cut down on the unnecessary obfuscation in files and all which happens बहुत ज़्यादा ही. ध्यान रखोगे तो you can do a collaborative effort. Hi, do you have a question?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Very good evening. Actually, my question is that according to a research, about 85% of forest fire in United States are caused by humans. So, do you think that humans are responsible for this forest fire?
Yeah, very naturally they are. Why? Because अपने आप ही lightning के case में होना या something happening and eventually striking a fire, it's a very rare case scenario. होता है but some cases में होता है. Largely it is because again of uncontrolled mining and quarrying. You expose the sodium, you expose the coal, and naturally वो fire अपने आप ही लगेगा कहीं ना कहीं से तो लगेगा ही, because tribals are living over there and or other culturally established people are living over there. Their sustenance is by burning. So they might have been doing that for civilizations together, but by your so-called modernity, when you got involved in the climate, when you got involved in the forest, what happened is आपका soil moisture कम हो गया पहले की तरह. Why does it come to India only? Simplipal Forest Reserve in Odisha है. वहाँ पे in the month of October to November महुआ flowers आते हैं और flowers को collect करने के लिए वो नीचे की घास जलाते हैं, फूल लेकर उससे एक drink बनाते हैं. It's a very delicious drink. बट वो उन ट्राइबल्स का कल्चर है कि वो लोग वहाँ पे लोकल जो कि मॉइस्ट सॉइल होता है उसको जलाते हैं ताकि वो बर्न हो, अपने आप प्लांट गिरे. बट बिकॉज ऑफ योर अनकंट्रोल्ड एक्सट्रैक्शन ऑफ सॉइल एंड लैंड और इन सब चीजों की वजह से क्या हुआ, रेनफॉल भी कम हो गया, तो सॉइल का मॉइस्चर कम हो गया. अगेन बिकॉज ऑफ ह्यूमन, बिकॉज सॉइल का मॉइस्चर कम हो गया, थोड़ी सी आग लगती नहीं कि पूरा फॉरेस्ट जल गया. ओडिशा नहीं, उत्तराखंड में भी है, हिमाचल में भी है, गो तो महाराष्ट्र उधर भी वही. That's because you have involved yourself so much into the nature, you have depleted the water precipitation. दूसरा क्या है, wetland areas होते हैं जिनको कुछ को रामसर साइट्स कहते हैं. They absorb the humidity, they absorb the precipitation, the humid, कि वहाँ पे different types of growth होती है जो सॉइल को पकड़ के रखते हैं. What happens कि आप मार्शलैंड को भी जब कट कर देते हो तो वो पकड़ नहीं पाते ह्यूमिडिटी और मॉइस्चर को, वो क्या करते हैं, वो छोड़ देते रहते हैं, तो सॉइल ड्राई अप हो जाता है. तो थोड़ी सी it's like you're just devoid of a little spark and the entire forest burns up. So I think it's largely because of humans and their uncontrolled activity. आप कहीं भी एग्जाम्पल ले लो, आप बांधवगढ़ मध्य प्रदेश ले लो या आप एशियाटिक गिर टाइगर रिजर्व में कुछ साल से लायन रिजर्व में आग लगी थी, that was also because of humans. You don't pay due attention to the fact you get involved yourself in nature और फिर आप फॉरेस्ट में रहते हुए ट्राइबल्स को कल्टिवेटर्स उनको वहां से भगा देते हो. So I think it's because of your so-called, we are so-called civilized people of our country करके हम लोग बोलते हैं, तो naturally it is bound to happen. Humans are very much responsible for all of this.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tejasvita.
Thank you, Vash.
Ma'am, we have question from Satyam Singh.
Right.
He said, you
ma'am.
can live without he said you can live without development, but how can you live without healthy environment?
Hi Satyam, thank you for your question. See, your ideology of development is very different from mine, like Kangana Ranaut said. But the point is कि we are not living in Gandhian sociology era में कि आप आलू लेके खुश हो जाओ या फिर आप चावल घर पे बना के खुश हो जाओ या फिर आप अपने आप सब्जी बुन के, whatever it is, you can't do a localized village level growth. Now you are a part of a global rut and you have to compete with the global rut. It's very important. Why? Because you can't isolate yourself and expect things to work out. We are a population of 130 crores. और अगर आप डेवलपमेंट पे फोकस नहीं करोगे तो लोग भूखे मर जाएंगे. एसी रूम में बैठ के हम डिवाइड डिस्कस कर सकते हैं कि आप एनवायरनमेंट पे फोकस करें, डेवलपमेंट पे फोकस करें, बट जिसके घर में खाना नहीं, जिसके पेट में खाना नहीं, वो कहाँ से बात करेगा? So I think it's very important that it's high time that we stop talking development versus environment and we do development and environment. एक mutually inclusive agenda पे आए. Why? Because you can't feed population over 1 billion with policies and ideas, right? वहाँ पे the situation would be like Pakistan, where they're selling their PM का घर and all of these घर to feed the population. ऐसे भी नहीं आना चाहिए कि आप environment पे focus कर रहे हो, आप अच्छा खासा बिल्कुल Hawaiian culture बना रहे हो, but people are not able to survive. वो नहीं होना चाहिए. You can focus a lot of agenda on you can save geographical areas, you can cultivate more land, you can improve the marshland. If you are focusing on real estate, do it on a sustainable level. You can focus it on doing it at a natural speed instead of doing it haywire. Like what happened in Chennai, city को expand करने के बजाय उधर ही real estate बनाते चले गए. So building after building, pile up after pile, करोड़ों की जनता रहेंगे कहाँ, खाएंगे कहाँ, पानी बचेगा नहीं. You're not expanding the city. City के नाम पे you're building up. So with real estate coupled with lack of resources, dearth of environment, of proper air, diseases बढ़ेंगी, healthcare इतना अच्छा है भी नहीं. So I think it's sounding like complaint after complaint, but constructive solutions है. But again, because of obfuscation, एक फाइल साइन करवाने के लिए 25 जगह से जाना पड़ता है. It's called as obfuscation. It's very prevalent in judiciary, in legislature and executive. एक चीज अप्रूव कराने के लिए you have to go to 5 different bodies. 5 different bodies में से एक तो उंगली करेगा, आप वहाँ पे रुक जाओगे. Then you have to give him extra पैसा and then complain corruption. आपको काम जल्दी कराना होगा तो आप पैसे दे दोगे. Then you will tell government bodies responsible. So I think citizen is also very much responsible. We are not acting as responsible Samaritans. And we do not question the motives of government. Just when RA was being burnt in Mumbai, like around 4 lakh trees were cut down. Protesters आए, cinema people आए, they came, they did nice videos, uploaded on page and went away. उसके बाद वहाँ पे क्या हुआ, क्यों हुआ, nobody is talking about it. National Green Tribunal आया, कितने पेड़ चले गए, nobody is questioning. Central Vista project के नाम पे बोल के 5,000 trees are being cut. Why is nobody asking about it? Nobody is discussing about it. ऊपर से board लगा दे, you can't click a picture. So if you as responsible citizens don't question, naturally nobody will answer. Accountability उनका काम है, but आप सवाल नहीं पूछोगे तो वो जवाब नहीं देंगे. So I think that's also a narrative and it's a citizen versus government bolo या citizen and government bolo. If you don't do a mutually inclusive job, it won't really work out.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other question? You can type in the comment box.
Yes, Utkarsh, it is sustainable development. Thank you.
And ma'am, जब तक डेवलपमेंट नहीं होगी तब तक हेल्दी एनवायरनमेंट कैसे रहेगा?
आप
दोनों
कैसे
इम्पोर्टेंट है.
1 billion को आप कहाँ
दोनों
से
इम्पोर्टेंट है. Exactly. Anyone else? Okay. From Shri Krishna Goyal.
Okay.
What are the steps as sorry, I can't see it. What are the steps
Okay,
we as the
may I?
youth can take against different dumping grounds which are being made up in the outskirts of the city, destroying the environment there?
Right. So that's a great question, Shri Krishna. Firstly, with the effect of the municipal corporations, some wet waste, dry waste अलग से collect करते हैं, right? उसके अंदर भी we are focusing on dumping ground. So instead of dumping the biodegradable waste also, we can convert that into manure, we can convert that into development of nutrients and fertilizers बना के आप उसको send कर सकते हो. स्लरी बहुत ज्यादा बच जाता है जो कि 3 डिग्री ऑफ सर्कुलेशन के बाद इंडस्ट्रियल एफ्लुएंट की तरह उसको फिर से वाटर बॉडी में भर देती है. तो वो नहीं करना है. Instead of focusing on that, you focus on creating it into a fertilizer. And talking about non-biodegradable one, I think Kenya was a country जो कि plastic water bottles से they were making bricks. Because वहाँ पे सीमेंट और लाइमस्टोन इतना अच्छा नहीं है. So they were converting their non-biodegradable dump into bricks, into stones. They were using them as housing infrastructure बनाने के लिए. I think हम वो काम कर सकते हैं. Especially in areas, remote areas where mud houses वगैरह हैं और थोड़ा सा flood आता है, थोड़ा problem आती है, immediately the area goes down. So I think we can focus on that level. Dumpster sites बनाने के लिए I think it should be taken as a collective responsibility of a नगर पालिका, of a municipality, whatever, कि हम अपना waste properly dispose of करें. प्लास्टिक बिट्स, ग्लास बिट्स को मिक्सअप ना कर दें, बायोडिग्रेडेबल नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल अलग रखें, मेडिकल वेस्ट अलग रखें, उसका डिस्पोजिशन अच्छे से हो. So I think it all comes again from a 3 degree perspective. एक the government doing, दूसरा corporation doing, तीसरा us doing. Like state government एक काम करेगा, citizens एक काम करेंगे, central will again do funding in different ways. So I think it should be a collective responsibility. आप ये solution ले सकते हो. तो फिर आप बाकी countries की तरह आप उसको a lot of countries focus on making bags, straws, pipelines की तरह use कर लेते हैं. Infrastructure में majorly use करते हैं. ये आप कर सकते हैं.
Okay,
मैम
ma'am.
बहुत अच्छा
Thank you,
आंसर
ma'am.
था ये. Thank you, ma'am.
I think
Anyone
that's it.
else? Yeah.
I think someone asked the question. We missed it.
Last question was from Krishna only.
Okay, ठीक है.
No other questions. In India also, by Utkarsh, in India also plastic is used. So, okay, he's just commenting something. In India also plastic is used to making roads.
Making clothes मतलब वो किस perspective पर है?
Roads.
हाँ तो वो fast fashion की बात कर रहे हो ना आप. Talking 1 or 2 examples only. How many of us promote small businesses? How many of us will come to buy plastic का made हुआ कपड़ा? We'll go running to Shein. We'll go running to Myntra कि वो fast fashion हो, nice brand, 300 rupees का top, 20 rupees का off. We'll immediately buy without thinking how much waste is being dumped around in Bangladesh. Without thinking how much of it is being dumped around in your rivers. The thing is, you have to take a collective responsibility also. फास्ट फैशन को आप प्रमोट करोगी तो नेचुरली वेस्ट आएगा. वो पॉलीस्टाइरीन या पॉलीइथाइलिन से बनने के लिए वो केमिकल यूज करेंगे, वो सारा डंपस्टर में ही तो जाएगा. यू हैव टू टेक अ कलेक्टिव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. 1 or 2 एग्जांपल्स है, 1 or 2 ब्रांड्स है. सहेली एक है और पहेली एक और ब्रांड है. यू हैव दिस वन कॉल्ड something called Mitra. Mitra, the those sisters हैं who they make skirts and pants out of the plastic waste और chemical extract करके. वो एक या दो चीजें हैं जिनको आप creativity और innovation का award दे दोगे, पर आप जाके खरीदोगे नहीं. So I think वो भी करना पड़ेगा. It should be done as a collective responsibility and innovation promote करना चाहिए. And I think with the micro small management enterprises जो है MSME करके जो आया है, अगर उसके तहत we are promoting entrepreneurs who are getting more innovation, उनको पैसा और इंसेंटिव देने के साथ साथ उससे give them enough amount of branding, I think people will come forward and they might get involved into all of this.
Okay,
Someone
we
joined
need
in,
to
I
take
think.
steps. Shruti ma'am, I think Shruti ma'am is trying to ask some question. Add.
She left, I guess. She left.
She left. Okay.
Yeah. Ma'am, do you
Okay.
want to
It's okay.
join if you are here? Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think we are done with the questions here. I hope you all are satisfied.
Okay. So here we have come to an end of this event. I hope everyone is satisfied and thank you for your participation. Ma'am, would you like to add something?
Nothing, just have fun and don't blame me अगर मिंत्रा के टॉप नीचे गए थे. It was just a suggestion कि fast fashion curve करो और sustainability पे आओ. But yeah, I mean at the end of the day, we should not behave like आज तक or New Republic कि हम सिर्फ blame ही करे जा रहे इधर से उधर. So we should also take a collective responsibility in questioning the government and also taking responsibility कि हम अपनी तरफ से क्या कर रहे हैं, what we are doing. वेरी कन्वेंशनल आइडिया ये होगा कि पेपर बैग और कपड़ा बैग यूज करो, सिर्फ पॉलिथीन, बस में जाओ, कार में जाओ, कर लेंगे थोड़ी बहुत, बट उसके अलावा गोइंग ऑन प्लास्टिक फ्री उस पे जाओ, ट्राई गोइंग ऑन ड्राइव, इफ द गवर्नमेंट इज इनिशिएटिंग एनी एजेंडा, प्रमोट इट। मीम्स जितना डालते हो उतना आप स्कीम और आइडिया भी डाल सकते हो कि एनीबडी हु डज नॉट नो कैन आल्सो टेक पार्ट ऑफ इट। एनजीओ के साथ काम करो। आई थिंक यू कैन डू इट एज अ कलेक्टिव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। इफ यू डोंट एक्ट, हू विल एक्ट?
Yes.
That's the only thing I
Yes,
want to
ma'am. We only need to take steps for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Fast fashion is something that I wanted to focus on. वो आपकी मर्जी है।
okay. So special thanks to you, ma'am, for very perfectly given answers. Thank you so much, ma'am. So here we end
Thank you
the
so much.
session. Very informative session it was. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
ma'am.
so much, ma'am.
Bye. Bye, ma'am.